Next, we have with us Professor R.K. Pateria, sir, who is currently giving his valuable services in Manit Bhopal. I request sir to kindly come upon the stage with his few insightful words on topic cyber physical system and its security.
So, very good afternoon. I would like to introduce this cyber physical systems first of all. The concept of cyber physical systems, why these systems are important, and why security of these systems are important, and some basic threats which are there in these cyber physical systems. Okay. So, since our sorry. So. And keeping in view the keywords which are there in our this conference title. So the keywords are which I already told you in my speech, that communication, computation and information technology. So all these words basically make the cyber physical system. So cyber physical system means any physical system which is having the capability of connecting with cyber world. So all those kind of systems are known as cyber physical systems. So you can see here. So these cyber physical systems, these are having physical components as well as these components which are there in cyber world. So you can see network, internet, cloud computing, sensors, smart devices, then human components. You can see that implanted medical devices and smart devices, smart cars, all those are cyber physical systems. So these cyber physical systems basically affecting and making a great impact on our life. So you can see we are talking about industry 4.0. So in industry 4.0, so most of the machines, heavy machines and all those working process and production, all these are controlled by these cyber physical systems, which through the internet, through using cyber world, we are controlling all those systems. So, so we can say these algorithms are making decisions for us every day. For example, you can see, that smart car is one of the example which we can see that it's a physical system, cyber physical system, or you can see that some wearable devices, for example, smart watches which you are wearing. It's a kind of wearable device which actually collecting your data, collecting your different parameters like body temperature, like your heart rate, and like your cholesterol level, and several other things, several parameters related to your human body, your body, that is being collected by these smart watches. And this may be one example of cyber physical system. So any system which is physical in sense and connected with cyber world, that is cyber physical system. So our generation is actually the witnessing generation, which are means we are the witness of advancement in this particular technology, cyber physical system. Okay. So the important thing is whether the algorithm which is taking decision for us, whether it is fair or not. So security of those softwares which are installed on those systems, that must be fair. So for example, suppose we are traveling in a driverless taxi. So how driverless taxi means runs on the road. runs on the road. So it is behind the scenes several complex algorithms are working, and all those algorithms which are using some AI and machine learning behind that, some inbuilt processors are there in that smart car or taxi. So that is taking decision in the real time. So suppose it's going, it's passing through a crowd. Okay, so if a person comes in between the road, so how it will detect that there is some body which is going around, so that it has to take decision immediately that we change our route, otherwise it will get struck with all those human beings. Okay, or all the passengers passing by from that road. Okay, so suppose we are traveling on the road on that driverless taxi, and you see someone has hacked that system. So what will happen? So he may delete, he may means give as input to the raw image, false images to that system. As you can see, suppose if the real time picture is showing that some human is going on, and if the false images, those images of those persons which are appearing on that image, that is deleted and that is given to as input to that system. So what will happen? So that system which is embedded into that car, that will get confused and will hit the person which, uh, who are before that car. So the important thing is why this algorithm which are working for us, those must be fair. So security of these cyber physical systems are important. So the important things which are in cyber physical systems are feedback control of the physical world. So feedback control means what? Feedback control means what? The cyber physical system takes in, like you may be knowing that reinforcement learning. What happens in that kind of learning? Basically, it learns through the feedback given to that system. Okay, so. So sensors are there. Sensors are again physical devices. Those are connected with that, and through the sensors we are taking input as feedback to the system. And then real-time computation. So real-time computation is another thing which is very important in this cyber physical system. Otherwise, what will happen? If delayed computation is there, then there is no use of all those. For example, I have given you that example of smart car. If it is going on the road and it is taking the late decision or delayed decision, then there is no sense. It cannot run on the actual road. Okay. So real-time computation is important. Then its safety critical applications. This is there because you can see that cyber physical systems mostly working for the human being. So safety is very much important for them. So there should not be any kind of hacking, or that algorithm should not perform. Means delayed action should not be there, and wrong option should not be that delivered by this algorithms which are embedded in that. So we may see this slide is showing the different applications. So the very popular applications you can see that is smart grid. One is smart grid, you can see. So smart grid is nothing else. It was earlier power grid, and now when power grid, that is the function of that power grid is to distribute the power which is being generated. Okay, so that power grid, when connected to the cyber world, means through with the use of internet technology or cyber world. So when it is using that, then we say it's a smart grid. So this may be one of the example. Then you can say smart transportation. So again, I have given you that example of a smart car. So there may be driverless truck. There may be some vehicles which are controlled by the through the internet. Smart building. So all the functions which are there in building uh, that can be controlled as that can be made as that's cyber physical systems. Okay. So then precision agriculture, defense, pollution, and several examples you can see in this slide. So these are again you can see that applications which I have shown you. So a few points of those applications are there. So you can see real-time monitoring of traffic infrastructure. So traffic signals, cameras, and traffic controls. These can be seen. Vehicle infrastructure coordinated transportation. So ambulances and that transit signal priority. Then vehicle-based transportation, that proximity detection for safety, vehicle health monitoring. These are some of the applications. So Industry 4.0, this is a very popular term, or we can say buzzword nowadays. So in this, the production process in the industry, that is being automated. So machines are not controlled by human being only. It's for the precise output, or for the precise product, it is being controlled by the computers. So these are a few other applications you can see. Then so 5C architecture, this is important in this Industry 4.0. So these are connection, conversion, cyber, cognition, and configuration. So so you can see connection. Connection means connection with the cyber world, with the physical devices which are there implanted or integrated with that cyber physical system. So that must be connected with the cyber world. And then conversion, so raw data into useful information through data processing, filtering, and analysis. This is another thing, conversion. Then cyber, so cyber you already know. Then cognition means intelligence. So it should be able to take its decisions. Okay. Then configuration, so configuration that implements feedback loop to the self-optimization and self-healing system. So heterogeneity, so these are the challenges. So important thing, we are talking about security of that, and because security is very much important because they are directly affecting the human being. We are directly connected with that. So security is important, and these are the challenges to the security. So first challenge is that heterogeneity. Heterogeneity is very much a very big challenge in cyber physical system, because heterogeneity means what? Heterogeneity means what? Variety of systems are connected in making a cyber physical system. In any cyber physical system is made up of several with variety of different systems. So that is there. Then connectivity, so increased exposure to cyber threats. So earlier, then if we talk about these systems which were there in we must say in suppose in industry, the systems they were not, means at that time we were not afraid of this any kind of security attack before 2000. Okay, because they were standalone system and those were not connected with the cyber world. Okay, so and other these legacy system and resource constraints, these are the challenges. So actually, when I cover this topic, so I take the security in three-dimensional view. So the four major application of CPS cyber physical systems are these. That ICS, that industrial control system. Another one is that smart grid, medical devices, and smart cars. Okay, so in with reference to these four applications, I discuss all those security of cyber physical system with taking into account all these four examples or applications. And if we take all those four applications in one dimension, and in another dimension, if we take that security feature, means if we divide security in four parts, then we can study security in different divisions, that threats, vulnerabilities, attacks, and control. So in one direction we can take all these four, and in another direction we can take these four examples of CPS system, and in another direction we take that three components: cyber physical, and physical. So accordingly, according to different combinations of these, for example, cyber part, ICS application, and attacks on that. Or another example maybe like cyber physical, smart grid, and threats on that. So likewise, various examples, various scenarios may be created how security can be affected, and how we should study that security on the system. So different scenarios can be created. So I will show you some of the, since this is not possible in this small duration to cover all these things, so I will take few examples. Only the threats part I will cover. Okay. So otherwise vulnerabilities, attacks, controls, all those things are there in this cyber physical system security. So we will see only the threats and few scenarios which are there, which can occur in CPS security. So, so first of all, types of threats. So there may be different threats: cyber threats, physical threats, and cyber physical threats. So these are applicable. This classification is especially for CPS, because CPS can be divided into three parts: cyber physical, and this physical. So physical thing, then cyber physical part, and that cyber threats. So then threat actors may be that hackers, insiders, nation state attackers, and all this. So now you will see few scenarios. And before that you can see this attack tree. So what kind of attacks and threats which are possible on this? So in different directions you can see, if we see the communication side, then there may be different attacks like packet replaying, eavesdropping, packet spoofing, interception, civil attack, selective forwarding, and similarly for acquisition, then for feedback, computing, and sensing. So it's a attack tree which shows that how many variety of attacks may be possible on cyber physical systems. Okay. So this figure is not made by me. I have taken from somewhere. I forget to write source here. I should write it. Okay. So in that figure, as you remember that three-dimensional figure, I have written four kinds of representative applications of cyber physical system. So these are industrial control system, smart grid, medical devices, and smart cars. So I have already introduced a little bit about this. Now, industrial control system, I have already introduced. We can skip these slides. So we will see directly the scenarios. smart grid, and then medical devices and communication protocols in a smart car. So these are the different applications. Now, security threats. So you'll see. So normally, when we see the security threat, in traditionally, if we see the model. So what we consider, that is three things that CIA want. So confidentiality, integrity, and availability. These are the main things which we consider. So now. Uh, so if we talk about that CPS, so we can divide this security in 5 parameters, that source, target, motive, attack vector, and consequences. So accordingly, a source may be that adversarial, accidental, or environmental. So these may be the sources. That target may be the specific CPS application. Then motive, what is the motive behind that? Then attack vector, then consequences, or what will be the overall consequence by this kind of attack. So these are the threat vectors, and according to these fives, we'll see. So here you can see in this scenario all these 5 terms, that source, target, motive, vector, and consequence. So all these are there: source, target, motive, attack vector, and consequence. So accordingly, different scenarios are created, and so we'll see that source may be like system familiar attacker. And this is this we are considering for industrial control system. So in our three-dimensional view, you may be remembering that four applications are there: ICS, smart grid, and then third and fourth. Do you remember? So first one was ICS. So we are considering ICS. Then we will see for some medical devices. Then we will see for smart grid, and for the fourth one is. Do you remember that? Okay, no problem. So the source may be system familiar attacker. So for example, one particular employee is not employee who is working in a factory is not got promoted. So what he will do? He may perform some kind of attack. So source may be system familiar attacker. So person working in that system only. And then target is ICS application. This is very obvious. IC whatever application or whatever plant that is being connected with cyber world. Then we can say that is ICS application. Okay. Then criminal motive may be criminal gain, and then vector may be exploiting wireless capabilities for remote control. So you may be remembering that vector means attack vector is the method used to carry out the attack. Okay, so different methods may be there. So out of this, we can say that vector, this is exploiting wireless capabilities for remote control, and consequence is operational disruption. Okay, so I will quickly go through the different slides, and then we will discuss few queries. So this is scenario 2 for again for the same as ICS. Then this is scenario 3. This may be politically motivated espionage. So source may be intelligence agency, and then target may be national critical infrastructure, political espionage, and then spreading malware and confidentiality violation of critical data. So maybe like China may want to destroy our system. So this may be the real life example for this scenario. You know? So there are different scenarios, but I think I am taking too much time, and I have to complete within time limit. So I am just going through these slides. Okay, so you can see, and since I have already given these slides, so it will be shared with you. So so these are different scenarios. So and after it finally. different scenarios are there, but it will take too much time to cover. So these are some of the open research challenges and future direction in this area. So you can note these points and can explore further on the available resources on cyber. These are our Indian government initiatives. It's a 3,600 crore project which government of India has initiated for improving that. This is NMICPS. So National Mission on that initiatives in cyber physical systems. Then this is the overall conclusion. So this is very crucial for critical infrastructure, and continuous research is necessary, and multi-layered security approach is necessary. And this is all about this, because it will take too much time for that, and it's very so thank you very much. So I have quickly shown you the slide, but I must have explained it because time is limited, so I have to complete. Okay. So if you have any questions, then we can discuss. However, in conference we cannot get the entire knowledge of a particular subject. The point is that there must be a click in your mind. So that click inspires you to find out deeper details of that particular point. So if you have that approach, then you can have a kind of spark in your mind that can be converted into innovation. So that is the basically aim of any conference. Okay. So not everything we cannot learn in conference, but we can have some idea about the title or topic or something, so that we can explore further. Okay. So cyber physical systems and why these systems, what are those systems, why the security of those systems is important. So this very briefly I told you, and I could not discuss in detail because of the limited time. Okay, but I hope you may have got some points on which you can explore further. Okay. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, then
Thank you, sir. The information that you have imparted about such an advanced topic is indeed very useful for all of us from the research point of view. Now, I request Professor Deepak Shukla, sir, to kindly present a token of gratitude to Professor R.K. Pateria, sir. Thank you, sir.